The Haunting of Hollowridge Asylum. The moon hung low in the ink-black sky, casting long, eerie shadows across the overgrown courtyard of Hollowridge Asylum. Its weathered facade loomed like a sentinel, guarding secrets buried deep within its decaying walls. A group of intrepid explorers, drawn by morbid curiosity and a thirst for adventure, approached cautiously. Their footsteps echoed in the silence, punctuated by the distant howl of an unseen creature. The air was thick with foreboding, each breath laden with the taste of dampness and decay. Ivy clung to the cracked bricks as if trying to pull the asylum back into the earth from which it had risen. Olivia, the leader of the group, was a self-proclaimed paranormal enthusiast, armed with a camera, a voice recorder, and a heart brimming with skepticism. Beside her, Mark, a stoic and level-headed man, surveyed the scene with cautious interest. Sarah, the resident skeptic, clutched her flashlight, her eyes wide with anticipation mixed with dread. And then there was Jake, the thrill-seeker, whose grin barely masked the unease lurking in his eyes. The heavy wooden doors groaned in protest as they swung open, revealing the asylum's dark interior. A suffocating odor enveloped them, a sickly sweet combination of mold and stale air. They stepped over the threshold, the floorboards creaking beneath their weight. As their flashlights pierced the gloom, shadows danced along the walls, revealing graffiti-covered corridors and rusted bed frames. Each room held a piece of the asylum's grim history, a testament to the suffering that had once dwelled within. They explored deeper, their footsteps echoing through the empty halls. Suddenly, a distant whisper hung in the air, faint and elusive. Sarah froze, her flashlight trembling in her grip.
Did anyone else hear that?
She stammered, her voice barely louder than a breath. Mark exchanged a wary glance with Olivia, who nodded, her eyes wide.
Keep your guard up, but let's keep moving.
Olivia instructed. The group pressed on, nerves on edge, their senses heightened to a fever pitch. Shadows seemed to shift and contort, and every creak of the aging structure sent shivers down their spines. The oppressive atmosphere pressed in on them, threatening to suffocate their resolve. As they entered a long, narrow hallway, the temperature plummeted. Breath misted in the frigid air, and the walls seemed to close in. Mark's flashlight flickered, then died with a feeble sputter. He cursed under his breath and fumbled for fresh batteries, his hands trembling. In the pitch darkness, a guttural moan reverberated through the corridor, freezing them in their tracks. Sarah's breath hitched, and she clung to Jake, her grip vice-like. What was that? Jake's voice trembled. Olivia's voice was steady but tense.
Could be the wind or something else. Let's not jump to conclusions.
The group exchanged uneasy glances, their imaginations running wild in the absence of light. With Mark's flashlight restored, they pressed on, determined to unravel the secrets that Hollowridge held. As they delved deeper, they stumbled upon a room that seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy. The air was charged with a palpable malevolence, and the walls were adorned with faded drawings, crude depictions of torment and despair. Sarah's breath hitched, and she pointed a trembling finger at a particular drawing.
Look at this! It's as if someone was trying to convey a message.
Olivia leaned closer, her breath fogging the glass.
These aren't just drawings. They're cries for help. We need to get out of here.
Before they could react, a chilling wind swept through the room, extinguishing their flashlights and plunging them into darkness once more. Panic set in, their heartbeats thundering in their ears. A sinister whisper danced along the edges of their consciousness, words incomprehensible but laced with malevolence. Sarah's voice wavered, her breath hitching with terror.
We need to go, now!
Olivia's voice was urgent.
Back the way we came.
They stumbled through the blackness, guided only by the distant memory of their path. The walls seemed to close in, the asylum itself resisting their escape. Shadows seemed to materialize, their forms writhing in the void. As they burst through the asylum doors, gasping for breath, they looked back one final time. The moon cast an ethereal glow upon the building, and for a heartbeat, they thought they saw figures lurking in the upper windows, their eyes glinting with malevolence. They fled the cursed grounds, the echoes of their own terror ringing in their ears. The asylum loomed behind them, a spectral sentinel guarding its dark secrets. They knew they had stepped into a nightmare, one that would forever haunt their dreams. And in the years that followed, Hollowridge Asylum remained a forsaken relic, its halls echoing with the tortured whispers of the past, waiting for the next curious soul to uncover its sinister truth.